Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's good, people? Woo! What's good, people? It is the day of the day when I believe we call Friday. Anyway, that being said, what's good, people? I'm not gonna make this video long. I want to talk to you about a few things that I've come across that's been very quite interesting, also very disturbing, you know, in the world that we live in today. Brief moment. I wrote this down real quick because I want to jot it down because I want to make sure I get everything correct. Okay. There was a transsexual who was beaten and killed. She was, forgive me if I don't say the words right, but right here is where I'm going to put the word at correctly, so you know. Her name was May Preseto. I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me for getting your name all messed up. Anyway, she was killed by her boyfriend. She was from Indonesia, and it was also out there in Australia, from what I read. And her boyfriend name was Marcus Peter Bolt. Okay, that being said, it was a transgender woman. They said she was, must have gotten to a disagreement or something, obviously, with her boyfriend. And they were living together and stuff like that. This goes back to what I always tell you, that the person who ends up killing us is always our boyfriend or someone that we're seeing, which is so weird because in my mind I'm always thinking that it was someone that was on the streets, and it's actually the man who's laying next to you in the bed. Yes, look up at the man next to you in the bed. That's the man that'll end up killing you. Let's hope not, God forbid, knock on wood. Anyway, that being said, this is what happened allegedly according to CNN News. They said that the neighborhood was smelling some type of smell like dog food, and they went to go try to investigate to see what was going on. When they entered inside the apartment where the couple was staying, she was 24 years old. He had to cut her up. He was cooking her inside of a pot, and the rest of her remains was around the house. Anyway, that being said, when Marcus was questioned, he basically, you know, questioned stuff like that. He ran off. After he was questioned, I guess after they questioned him, he's like, oh my God, he started panicking. This is in my head. They must have started panicking. And he just ran off and he killed himself. And he killed himself by the dumpsters and stuff like that. You know, and the thing about it is, I don't understand what happened. You'll never know. I'll never know the real story. But whatever happened, happened. And we have two people that's dead. It was a transgender woman. She was 24 years old. Her name is Mayang, or I can't pronounce it, M-A-Y-A-N-G. Like I said, I have the words right here. Anyway, you know, I don't understand why people do this. If you're not getting along in a relationship and things are not going the way you want, just leave. You know, the thing about it is some people feel as though they can make it work. This is a result of trying to make something work that didn't work in my head. You know, the thing about it, I'm thinking that I don't understand this, but this is a constant thing. It's not just a gay thing, it's also a straight thing, because I've watched that men have killed women and vice versa. Anyway, that being said, a transgender woman from California, 47 years old, her name was Anaya Parker. She was 47. She was actually walking down the street on Melrose Avenue in California on Thursday, October the 2nd. 2014. According to KTL News, 3 Hispanic men approached her, and it was a botched murder. She was executed. What happened was, she was walking down the street, 3 Hispanic guys approached her. They wanted her purse. She said no. She tried to flee the scene. One of them ran behind her, shot her dead, shot her in the head. She staggered before she fell to her death. Other people watched and in disbelief, and the 3 Hispanic guys allegedly ran off. If you could Google and stuff like that, you could just Google 3 Hispanic kill of transsexual, whatever the case may be. You know, this is something I always talk about, you know, and I talk about me when I leave out at night. You never know. You know, when you're trying to get from point A to point B, you never really know. And I always say, you know, you have to be as careful as much as you can be careful, because you never know who's coming down the street. And I always tell the girls, you know, I know you want to look nice, I know you want to look beautiful, but just be careful, even though some things cannot be prevented, because there's something's going to come. You know, I hate to say it, it's just going to come, even if it goes for me and stuff like that, you know. Well, anyway, she was beaten, and she was shot in the head, she staggered, and she fell to the ground. You know, and it's really sad, according to TLA News. That's 2 transgender women that are now killed. 147, 124, 147. You know, I've done videos about this tons of times, and it amazes me that the crimes that are being, well, the people that are mostly being killed are black and Hispanic transgenders. And within our community and stuff like that, I don't get it. I probably never will. And I'm sure there's other races that's just not being as reported. But the high crime rate is of people of color, Hispanic, and blacks. You know, we have to be much more careful. We have to be much more responsible. And we cannot blame the victim. And the thing about it is, it's really sad because they didn't deserve that. And no matter what you do to how safety you try to be, you never really know. I never really know. I never really know that I'm minding my business walking outside the door, that I'll be murdered. You know, and it's so sad that within our community, we all still attack each other. We all still trying to find faults within each other when we should try to unite more and be together much more better than we are. There is a high target on transgender girls, and the person that you may think that loves you the most may be the one that take you out. For instance, I met a guy a few years ago. I made a video about this in reference to a stalker and stuff like that. And, you know, I was set up on a date with a guy who wanted to mess with transsexuals, but he didn't know how to do it. I was set up on a date by 2 gay guys, you know, me and mess around, whatever the case may be. From this day now, this guy is still contacting me. Now, his friend went back and said something about, I said I love him and stuff like that. Raven said that, let's think of how I think. When the fuck you ever hear me saying I'm so much in love with a man, I don't know what to do, I got a man all drugged up and stuff like that to have sex with me. This motherfucker is delusional. And this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. You know, you never know how a person's mind really is. And the thing about it is, it be the, I hate to say this guy's so very nice looking, it be y'all. It be the really nice looking guys who use their looks to lure the transsexuals and to kill them. Now, upon that point, I'm not saying that the ugly ones don't do it, but from what I always see, it's always the real nice looking ones. Anyway, and I'm not excluding you ugly ones, I'm sure you do it too. It's not funny, but until this day now, he got a whole bunch of, he goes on, he makes a new profile movie, and I've reported, I've done everything I could possibly do. It doesn't stop it. So yeah, one day maybe, and he's just one of my stalkers. You know, people fall in love with the strangest things as far as to picture anything. Anyway, I know this video's going to run out, so I'm not going to make it too much longer, but that's what I want to talk about. People, be safe as much as you can. I know it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't, and I'm not blaming you. I just want us to be much more comforting when it comes to much more of our people. A lot of us really don't even care. You know, but I care because I try to put it out there to let the girls like me be aware of our surroundings as much as we can. Because it's almost like a Russian roulette gun. No matter what you do, you just never really know. I don't think there's one victim walking on the earth that's been murdered and said, oh, this is what I wanted. But the world we live in, you never know. So my goal to you and my thing to you is just to be safe. And this is not what I want to talk about on the video, but I guess God wanted to go this way. Anyway, this is Friday. I want you to be safe. And I want to say hello, all new people. I want to say hello, people. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I want you to do you. I want you to do you the best way you can. And if nobody don't like it, then fuck them.